先ほどダイハツ工業株式会社が緊急記者会見を行いまして、
Daihatsu Industry
車両
had
の
the
認証手続きにおける不正
interview
行為を確認したと
and
発表いた
announced
しました
that they confirmed that there was the wrongdoing for the vehicle certification the systems, and Toyota Times decided to make the live news. Chairman Akio Toyoda and Koji Sato, President, are here in the studio. First, the Chairman Toyoda is going to make the opening remark. This is Toyoda, the wrongdoing of the Daihatsu for the vehicle. The most important function of the safety was at the issue at the heart of the matter, and it betrayed the customer's trust. It should have never happened. All the customers and all the stakeholders, I sincerely offer my heartfelt apology. I'm very sorry about the incident. This issue also there's the Toyota brand passenger car. Therefore, not only Daihatsu but Toyota also have the part of the issue. The detailed investigation is going to begin now, but we are going to make the thorough investigation to find the facts at the Gemba and to analyze the root cause and make the thorough countermeasure to prevent any recurrence. And the fact that we are going to find in the investigation will be announced without hiding any part. Myself, experienced the quality issues that happened in 2009. I pledged that Toyota will not hide anything and not lie and to cooperate in full. Despite my past pledge, I take this issue very seriously. That one of the group company was involved in such the unfair doing. The operation issues of the Toyota brand in the vehicles. The CEO Sato is going to address with his full responsibility, and for the reputation and the corporate governance. I, who experienced myself the global the quality problems, I will take full responsibility to address this fact, and we together try to restore the trust with the utmost effort that we can. Now Mr. Sato, President, is going to explain the outline. Now I would like to give the outline of what has happened for the certification the unfair duty UNL the 95 and the GSO. This is a the Middle East the regulation, and this is about the harm that may happen at the time of the side impact of the vehicle. On the left hand side, for the vehicle, the 50 km/h the dolly will be impacted from the side, and the dummy on the vehicles, the damage is evaluated. And in order to obtain this the certificate, on the right hand side, on the pictures, on the door trim, there was the part that was not according to the formal spec and was found. And the unjust the process was done. This is a view when the door trim was seen from outside. We need to employ the formal the engineering and the design spec when we conduct the test. However, as you see, the additional cut was made onto the test vehicle when this side impact test is done. And the scope of the impact is going to be explained. As you see in the chart from the left-hand side, the vehicle that is subject to this under the Toyota brand is Yaris Active and Agia, and Prodea brand the Prodea Asia. These three models are subject to the issue. The development of all three models are done by Daihatsu in Japan. For these three models, the production site is divided into three countries. Thai, Indonesia, and Malaysia are the site of the production. And from those the production countries, as you see, from the production country, the products are exported to the destination market countries and sold in those markets. And as you see on the right-hand side, the time of the acquisition of the certificate is different. The early case is the April 2022 and the December 2022. And in accordance with the launch timing of the vehicle in the respective market, this certification is acquired. And the Daihatsu gave the instruction to stop the shipping, and the production was stopped on April 27th. Therefore, the shipment was stopped after then. And when this we also tested the formal spec the vehicles side impact test in order to ensure the safe performance of the vehicle in the field, and the actual vehicle in the field on the UIO are using the formal parts and without any unlawful the process. Therefore, they are ensured to be the safe performance-wise. But we are consulting with the authority of the certification to what we should do after that, and we will consult with them, and if our model can be recertified, will be answered by them. For this number of the vehicles and models are impacted. In total, 88,123 in the vehicle worldwide were had an impact. In response, the TMC is going to implement the following activity. This is a very serious incident for us. Therefore, we are going to check thoroughly the whole work of our certification work, and as a group the whole for all the group countries, we are going to pursue the right the compliance and performance of the testing, development, and testing. Can I ask one question? In the certification test, you showed that the unlawful cut was made, and what does it have as an effect? Would you please see the picture once again? In this certification test, the side barrier will make an impact on the vehicle on the side, and the barrier will intrude in the interior, and depending on the load, the door trim will be damaged. And when the damage is made on the door trim, the harmful crack against the occupant is not desirable. Therefore, the test has to ensure that the dangerous damage is made on the occupant. And with this the additional cut, when the door trim is broken, it would not injure or make damages on the occupant. That's the effect. And now we would like to open the floor for the question and answer. Mr. Irie, the department head of the external relation will moderate. If you have any questions, please let us know with your reaction button on the screen. So, Mr. Watanabe from Chunichi Shimbun newspaper, please unmute yourself and speak up. Am I audible? Yes. Please go ahead. Is my voice okay? Yes. Okay, so let me ask you a question. So thank you very much, Chairman and President. Since last year, Hino Motor Corporation and also Toyota Industries had some wrongdoings continuously since the previous year. So I'm just wondering if it comes from the corporate culture, or if you look at other wrongdoings, sometimes the certificate and the development organizations are the same. So I think it's an organizational issue. So I'd like to ask Mr. Chairman and President, what do you think about them? First of all, Sato will answer your question. As you mentioned, the background of this wrongdoing is the corporate culture and also the factors related with the development environment. As you pointed out, the certificate managing departments and experiments and development department was in one department. So the results of the development are not be investigated from the objective viewpoint. There should be a calm viewpoint in order to decide go or no go. So during the development, they had to keep the viewpoint in order to get the responsibility of the results. So that was missing. So and that was one of the factors of this wrongdoing. But at the same time, it's not only the structural issues, but also for the development operations, there should be higher overconfidence which caused this wrongdoing. So what kind of corporate culture or working environment was behind that has to be clarified going forward in order to implement the recurrence prevention. Okay, thank you very much. In 2009, Toyota had the quality issue in 2009. So since that quality issue, we have addressed many issues so far. So every time we tried to pursue the truth, but in each department or each person could not see the overall picture while they are involved in many operations. And in order to make one car, including suppliers, so many people are involved in the operations and the processes. And the product of car has a model change once in several years. And compliance is important for them to launch new vehicles in a timely manner. And the model change timing should be kept back then. In each production site, that caused the pressure on people working there. So pursuing the truth shows that the people on site did not have bad intention. They were just trying to make ever better cars. And the Toyota Group and the Toyota Motor Corporation and the Daihatsu Industries, so everyone had a cooperation. So it's not about who is just an observer, who is an offender, or who is a victim, but we just want to clarify what did you do and what was your viewpoint. So maybe we need some time to investigate that, but we'd like to do that. And actually, we have addressed this in the past 13 years. So we can mimic or copy what other people are doing. For example, reduce the number of executive officers or just change the name of the titles. However, for the operations where many people are involved in, and especially for a big company, there is a hierarchy in the organization. And there is a cost target or lead time, and there are so many pressures, and the people from each standpoint has felt pressure excessively. So first of all, we'd like to clarify these points, and we can go down to the production site level and identify the truth through Genchi Genbutsu. So let me take some time for us to go to that. But actually, we have performed these measures so far, so I'd like to ask your understanding.
Thank you very much. I would like to have another question. The Daihatsu and Hino in the past, there is a framework of the group company, and when the chairperson was the president, and you announced the alliance with the CP in Thailand. I think that this event was very regrettable for you personally as well. And when Hino did the misconduct, you excluded the Hino company from the group joint ventures, and it was a very strong decision. But what will be the response to the whether this the misconduct influence CJPT the framework? At this point, I do not think that it will make any impact in the. I made appearance in a Daihatsu involved press conference, while I did not make my own appearance in a Hino the press the conference. Let me explain the difference. The trust issues about the most important safety performance of the vehicle, and also when the certification is acquired in 2022. The 2022 was the time when I was a CEO and I was a president of the the TMC. Therefore, not only within TMC but including the group companies, I need to enhance and improve the compliance. I will have the oversight of the old Toyota group, the compliance oversight. For the TMC per se, the CEO President Mr. Sato will be fully responsible and will make the report and disclose the fact as the facts and information were found out. Thank you very much for the clarification. Thank you, Mr. Watanabe. Next person, please. Mr. Fukushi, Nikkan Jidosha Shimbun. Please unmute. May I? I'm Fukui from the Nikkan Jidosha. I have a question with the President Sato. The Daihatsu is working within the framework of the TDEM, addressing the emerging country market in developing and producing the cars. More than 80% of the models in the issue this time is the Thai brand Yaris, and the Thai Toyota is producing this model, and
I think it is different from the Daihatsu produced cars sold under the Toyota brand according to the OEM. So I just wonder if the Toyota can make any further involvement in the Toyota developed Yaris brand, and what is the measures to address this issue or for the improvement going forward. Well, the models that was involved in the misconduct is the model that was supplied under the OEM contract and in the Asian market and within the passenger category. Daihatsu, Toyota, the respective know-how is a bit different, but there might have been various struggles in Gemba in development and the production, and against such background, in the process of the acquisition of the certification, then the test evaluation and the acquisition of the certification or the is under the responsibility of Daihatsu, and based on those the certification, the type approval is acquired as a whole vehicle by TMC. So the process is that Daihatsu is responsible for fulfilling all the components and the elements of the certification, and as a TMC who is responsible for the type the approval of the vehicles, we may have to have the deeper involvement in the development process. But our first step is to find out the fact of the development the environment and what happened in what way and processes that caused this issue, especially and after that we would like to reconfirm and review the way of the involvement when OEM supply the vehicle involved. Now question with the Mr. Toyoda. So you entrusted the design and the evaluation to the partner for the models that will be sold under the Toyota the brand. So what will be your the action to Daihatsu and the response to Daihatsu? Thank you for the question. When I was the president, I always said that make better cars. Let us make better cars. In order to do so, not the TMC alone can do that. We have to collaborate with the wide range of stakeholders. And the Daihatsu's misconduct that happened the review this time, that started from the whistleblowing. That's what I learned. And on my part, the members who is working the Gemba, who has a strong wish to make the safe and peace of mind in the vehicles, I think this whistleblowing is the message to me as well. Therefore, I would like to give the message that I will not escape do not hide and do not lie. The position will the same and will not change. So anybody who is listening to my message today, my the message is the same. Please lend your power and the hand so that we can together make ever better cars together to make our customers smile and for the happiness for all, and to make a restart in order to prevent any similar issues going in the future. Thank you.
Next question. TBS, Mr. Umeda. This is Umeda from TBS. Can you hear me?
Yes.
My question is about the governance.
Hino's misconduct, and then Toyota Industries misconduct, and now this time. So the group-wide governance system enhancements might have been discussed a lot so far. So after the Hino wrongdoing, what did you do in order to improve the governance for the group-wide activities? And you said you are still investigating the issues for future. And are you going to tighten the requirement for Hino and others for these issues going forward? So your question is about the governance. Now we have the issues of Hino and Toyota Industries, TICO. So since Hino's misconduct, what did we do, and also what will we do for future? Yes, that's my question. In 2009, in the large-scale recall, when the problem happened, I thought whenever we made a problem, I committed we do not escape, we do not hide, and we do not lie. That was a commitment with the customers all over the world. And I have never forgotten the promise myself. And in the past 14 years, I have that commitment in my mind in order to regain the Toyota uniqueness, and I was actually fighting for that. Going forward, from the perspective of group, Toyota Group, we want to think about what is the Toyota uniqueness, and then we like to recover the confidence for Toyota from customers. For capital issues, and also even if we introduce the same culture, the corporate culture of that specific company cannot be changed so drastically. So actually, on a daily basis, Toyota has our own operations, and we are still talking each other. However, actually, it took 13 years to come here. Group companies and myself has a difference in the body temperature or a kind of a distance. Now I am the chairman, and for the group companies, I like to communicate my idea with the same temperature, and I think that's the role of the new chairman. So as a chairman to be in charge of governance, I myself will address these issues going forward. For this issue, this time, I myself have a responsibility, which means in my own manner and through Genshi Genbutsu, I like to fix the truth. From the starting point, I do not decide the narrative story, but I will look at what is actually going on. And from the Toyota's stakeholders, I like to get the confidence once again, and I hope them would say, I can now trust Toyota once again. So it's not my remark, but my behavior and also the actions who are supporting us, that has to be monitored by those stakeholders. For Hino Motors and TICO Toyota Industries, and this time Daihatsu Industries, it is not an individual company issue, but it's a group-wide issues. And myself, Toyota's chairman, will be mainly in charge of addressing these issues. This is my commitment for you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Umeda. Next person, please. Mr. Yamane from NHK, please. This is Yamane from NHK. Mr. Sato said that you are going to make the thorough and the total check of the the certification the work of the group, and what is the timeline and by when it will be completed, and when you are going to announce or disclose, and the scope of the certification, does it include the the OEMs or the suppliers in the the group companies as well?
this time, this issue, we take this issue very seriously. Therefore, we would like to make the investigation incorporating the third-party perspective, and the whole Toyota group will be in the scope. And this time, the test in the matter is the collision test or the impact test. But we would like to expand the scope for the the whole the certification evaluation test to certify or to find the fact and to find the root cause. So first, our responsibility is to create an environment for the candid and open communication to ensure the safety of the engineers and workers, and to make a better future for all is our responsibility. I think the very deep-rooted reason is there. So serious thing is that to get the pass or the certification, while the product itself is not capable of performing as requested. So it is a very sensitive issue. So I don't know if the people can come out candidly and openly from the very first. But we would be patient and try to get to the bottom of the case and the fact. That is the determination. Thank you, Mr. Yamane. Mr. Naoto Ikeda, please.
はい、池田直人でございます。音声届いております。
聞こえてます。
はい。先ほどですね、会見でも質問させていただきました。
I asked earlier.
今回、テストに通るものをですね、わざわざ、
in order to pass the test, the extra process was made, and why was it? And the Daihatsu explained that the team members are very eager to pass the test or get the certificate with just one time of the test, and there was a kind of a pressure that they have to pass the test or get the certificate with just one trial. So are there any impact if you cannot get the certification with just one trial? Let me answer. This is Sato. Why such a unfair or the unlawful additional the process was done need further investigation. So including my own speculation, I will answer your question. When you observe the development process, there are several or the multiple engineering change ECI before the certification test. From the perspective of the engineers, if you make the slit additional in it is the usual practice of the EC to strengthen or to remove the injury index lower. So this is part of the normal engineering change to make the slit to a certain part to reduce the risk of the injury on the occupant. So this this engineer has the right engineering knowledge and the way to reduce the injury for the safety purposes. And in addition to pass the test and get the certification, there is the sincere the aspiration to enhance the safety. It is the right approach on the engineering opposing side. So, why he or the person could not, they say it and openly. That I think is attributed to the current development environment. So we need to make a kind of fundamental change in the development environment. Another point, the chairperson said that the group as a whole governance needed to be improved. And from this issue, you have more than 200 companies in the group. And in order to thoroughly prevent such issues, even if it is not 100%, and I sincerely wonder, if such, the blanket or the total, the governance is possible, having 200 companies. And also, just one, the minor, the small misconduct will impact the whole group. This became a very serious and large-scale impact. So, how you address these, the issues, maybe there's not the right answer, immediately, but please explain. As Mr. Ikeda said, we do have more than 200 companies in our group, and when we say that Toyota Group, we have the kind of centripetal, the force, and in order to, make the full, the capability of each members, we need the both direction force to attract the group companies and to let them become more independent to compete openly with Toyota. So depending on the nature of the company, what would be the best the way to make the best the compliant performance and to make the best competitive performance. It depends on who is in the management and what is the stage of the growth of that company. So it has to be customized one by one to that company. I myself, when I became the president of the TMC and served for 14 years, I often, say that the struggle to restore the Toyota-ness or the Toyota's uniqueness. And as a result, the Toyota's cherished principles and the ideas and the philosophy, and also the skills that we accumulated that we use to address the issues, and this time the communication way, how to find out and get to the bottom and try to make the candid communication with the relevant members. That's all very taken for granted the manners, but in order for them to take root, it takes time. For it took 14 years in the TMC, but there is a big difference between the TMC and the other group companies in the Toyota Group, and if you ask that I can exercise my influence, just as I did to the TMC, the answer is no. But the philosophy and the practice and that we elaborated for the past 14 hours should be customized to each company so that it will become most effective for the governance of that company. It is not a direct the answer to your question. It may be a little bit too generalized, but it is what I think now as a policy.
Mr. Ikeda, thank you very much for your question. Next, Mr. Masatoshi from Nikkan Kogyo Shimbun newspaper. This is Masatoshi from Nikkan Kogyo newspaper. Can you hear me? Yes. So I think my question is overlapped with the previous question, but in 2017, the small company was started, and the Southeast Asian countries' strategy was following Daihatsu's policy. But going forward, what kind of impact do you expect, and are you going to change the structure or the organization? So strategy was centered on Toyota. So together with Daihatsu Industries and also with other partners, we have consulted in order to develop the strategy. So basically, the strategy will not change. But this time, we have requested this to Daihatsu, the manufacturing of vehicles in the development. We ask them to exert their own expertise, which they have developed for compact cars or K cars. So in order to make people in emerging countries happier, the Daihatsu can be a main player through the concept of a proper person for a proper job. So basically, the strategy will not be changed. Having said that, what can be done or what should not be done are clear. This time, we have to clarify what happened in order to restore your confidence. So we will investigate and report it to you. And before getting or recovering the trust, of course, we will continue our strategy for the time being. And once we get more clarification on the reason of why this happened, there is a possibility that we would change the strategy. However, I will rely on the new management people for that. I myself, as a chairman, will think about why this happened and what caused this issue. I like to focus on that as a chairman. Thank you very much. Ms. Masatoshi, thank you very much for your question. Next question. Mr. Shiraki from Reuters. This is Shiraki from Reuters. Am I audible? Yes. I have two questions. First, so this time the target was the improvement for safety. However, for that, unintended accidents or injury was not reported from the perspective of customers, and because of that, so that was for the door trim. And was there any reporting regarding the trouble caused by that? That's my first question. And secondly, I do understand you are still investigating the issues, and if it takes time, development or certifications could cause a delay in your development for future. Are there any possibilities for that? I will answer your questions. So, as for the question about the reporting of accidents or injuries, we have not received such a report at this moment. So this is for the internal testing. However, for all the applicable models, we have performed retesting and we confirmed they all have the capabilities to meet the requirements. And for UIO, we have already confirmed they are all safe, so you can drive those vehicles with a safe mind. And also the question about the possibility on the delay on our development. So currently, we are trying to pursue the facts in order to prevent recurrence. That's our priority. So this may affect our current schedule. We cannot deny that. Rather, including if we are just looking at the timelines or the schedule, we have to do what we must do right now. So the time schedule or master schedule cannot be a pacemaker for that, for us. Just for temporarily, Toyota was asking the production to Daihatsu, and aren't you going to take it back to Toyota? It depends on the result of the investigation. For example, for the Daihatsu's retesting, Toyota people were attending on site to check the results of the testing. So temporarily, for the operations that are being performed, securing the objectiveness was done by Toyota temporarily, but for the long-time measures, we're going to give more consolation later on once we get more clarification. Ms. Shiraki, thank you very much.
Okay, this will be the last question. Mr. Tanigawa of the Kawachi. We can't hear you. This is Car Watch Tanigawa. Thank you. I have two questions. First, when we cover the Toyota Gemba, the person said that thank you for destroying our car. So I think that is a culture of the Toyota the production in the Gemba. However, there was the cover-up act in Daihatsu. So, what was wrong with the Toyota's or the group company's Gemba? You used to say when you were president, the Toyotas, and now you expand the blanket or the umbrella to Toyota groups, so about the governance. Now, in order to penetrate into the whole group, what is necessary? That is action. You need to act. When there is a rule and make the rule book or the manual, it cannot follow that they are acted accordingly. And when next question is where you can use your the power of the influence or the Gemba they operate daily and hourly with various addressing various changing points. And as a company, we need to ensure the safety, quality, and the delivery and the targeted cost. We put a pressure in order for them to achieve those goals. The Gemba people are the people who best knows the kind of pressure to achieve the target. But because they bear the pressure and achieve what expected for them, that's why we were able to make the good cars that are loved by people. So we will not deny any of the effort of the members and Gemba. And when there is something that is not appropriate or sufficient, then we will say we will help you. So that confide us what you need and help each other and improve each other. Together. But if you cannot be present, 24/7, that means that I'm a chairperson and I can't be always with the group company all the time. That's why I said that we need to make use of our philosophy and wisdom and skills, to deliver in a customized way. As I made 3 promises when they do not, run away, do not hide, and do not lie. They make clear what you should not do, and you have to, they show it by model. You have to act, accordingly, and then that will make the people around you think about their own behavior. When I get the button from my predecessor, I was often asked, what Toyota is doing and what is Toyota's business. And when I pass the button to Mr. Sato, we can say together with confidence that we are the car makers. And we were they criticized in many ways. What are make better cars? What is the definition of the better cars? What is the numerical KPI or the target? But I never said that. That's one of the reasons why the Toyota's vehicles are not commoditized. Those who are participating in the car making and the car manufacturing try to think by themselves that what is the better cars for him or for her, and that was the source of the next stage inspiration, the culture that will accept the failure if it is arisen from the intention to be better. That is the culture that we need, and try to foster people who they are working in such gemba. That's my thought in mind.
谷川様、ありがとうございました。
Ms. Tanigawa, thank you very much, and thank you very much for the people who have joined our meeting. Now we'd like to close this session. Tanigawa-san, the floor is yours. So, in spite of this time at night, thank you very much for joining us today. So, Mr. Koji, do you have your final comments? Yes, as I have mentioned, pursuing the truth with the environment where we can say honest opinions, we like to make more improvement. In order to make a better cars, we have to protect our own centerpiece. So we have that strong determination for that, and I really appreciate for your understanding. Now we'd like to close the urgent live streaming. Thank you very much.